Welcome, Cosmic Souls. I'm Joy, an energy intuitive and collective empath, and I'm here to deliver this timeless reading of the divine energies. Basically, I receive messages from Spirit to pick you up, dust you off, and get you moving forward again. So remember, if this message doesn't resonate with you or your situation, leave it for those it is meant for. So let's begin. Today, while meditating, I was feeling a whole lot of energy, really struggling trying to ground it back down and through me. And once I was able to do that, there was a lot of anticipatory energies going through, right? Tomorrow will be the Lionsgate peak on the 8th, but it's been going on for week or so before, and it will continue on. And then, of course, the eclipse on the 12th and all that. So there's a lot of energies. And when I was able to quiet in and focus more on sources communication, what I was mainly feeling was you're not alone. That our connection and community and all that with the seen and the unseen is paramount to remember that we have that connection, whether or not we notice or feel it's there. Our ancestors, our guides, whether or not we can hear them, we're not alone. And any challenges we may be experiencing are something to be moved through, but not to let them just take us out and feel sorry for ourselves, right? Remember that you're not alone. So let's see what the cards have to say about that, because that was just a really strong feeling that came in today. Bearing fruit. And that's also a 12, like when we're going to have the eclipse, which is interesting. Bearing fruit. It does feel like where we're going as a collective is it's kind of coming up to a crescendo, like fireworks, that it's finishing out, that all the big energies are coming through and exploding out, and that's enabling the fruit of all this labor to come through. So it's a good thing. And it's going to be tied to the really long solar eclipse coming up too. So, the uncharted sea. Yeah, it does feel like that tremendously. It feels like the path hasn't really been made yet, that we don't know where we're going. We just know we're traveling this open ocean of possibilities, potentials, right? That's where we've been. We didn't. So let's see. This is coming up constantly lately. Got a couple of angel numbers going on. And tender embrace. This to me lately has been feeling like helping each other along this difficult journey, or everyone has to kind of pull together to help our ship continue across the ocean, right? So yeah, it's been very confusing, fearful for a lot of people, because they want to try to control where the boat's going, where the collective, where individually they may be going. But sometimes you just gotta let it go, cut the anchor and see where the winds and the waves take you. And we're in, yeah, I was going to say uncharted seas, but yeah, it's literally uncharted seas. Um, I think it's not a fearful way of looking at the uncharted sea. It's more of the potential is just so huge we can't even see it yet. We can't really perceive it. We can feel that it's going to be something big, but we can't really see it. It's all misty, right? So let's see if we can try to find a little more clarity here. But remembering that, like I said, you're not alone. There is others being tossed around on this boat too, and if we help each other along the way, that's how we pull together and we cross this these turbulent waters, right? These two seem to want to come out. Let's see. Oh, three of them. Put this here for now. Beautiful uncaging. Yes, this has come through lately as well. Opening of our hearts and kind of releasing the control, opening the cage around our hearts and just being available, being, well, open, but open to the possibilities. This uncharted sea that we're going into now is can be scary, but beautiful. Third eye opening. We're starting to see beyond, and we're starting to see into where we might be going, right? 3 and 6 have the beautiful third eye colors coming through. So we're starting to see into, or at least feel into, seeing with our third eye, feeling these heart type energies coming in that are creating this new experience of life in this well, the density that's leaving, taking the higher view. This comes in a lot. Trying to remember that when you step back and you look at the change from a higher perspective, it can be scary, it can be turbulent, but it's also exciting. It's also beautiful in how it's unfolding and how our hearts and our third eyes, our intuition, our souls are being uncaged and released to expand, which is what we were always meant to do. And yes, there are trials and tribulations going on, but if we take a higher view of it, it's all beautiful. And our souls determine when we decide to exit this growth experience, but we can help each other through. Remember the community. Remember that you're not alone, right? Take the higher view. So I'm going to place this up here. So let's see what supporting energies on these times are wanting to come through. We're all starting to feel into our intuition about where things might be going, where our lives are going, what's important to us. Maybe that job you just lost was something that was crushing your soul. It's a good thing, right? Money is energy. It's all it is. And sometimes abundance comes to you in different ways, not just money. So you end up without money. Frequently you end up with, relying on other people for a while, or, leaning into a different way of being. And as this comes through, it opens up, it unfurls into a much more magical, much more growth oriented direction. And sometimes, though, it takes a bit of a disruption to, some turbulent seas to get through to that new land, that new way of being, right? And that's kind of what we're in right now. So remembering you're not doing this alone, right, will be very helpful. Happiness. What could be better than that? The joy and the happiness of dolphins leaping about in the sea. I frequently would go in front of ships as they were traversing the ocean. So it's an interesting connection. And I think that's where we're going, and that's what we need to remember, that the old world is done, right? And the sooner we let go of it and just say, okay, drop the oars and just say, okay, Spirit, take me where you will, and surrender to where this is going, how it's unfolding, and it'll be a much easier passage rather than trying to fight it the whole way, right? Purification. That's definitely what we're going through right now, isn't it? As a collective, as Gaia, as individuals, we're releasing the dense, the darkness, the programming that was making us feel and try to go after certain things and feel certain things if we didn't compare with the Joneses, kind of thing. And that's, I think everybody's feeling that to some extent. I mean, some people are still in the old world and chasing on the hamster wheel kind of thing and wanting to make money and have a big house and a yacht, and I don't know, Bezos with his second yacht, uh, all these things. But we're seeing through all that now, right? The darkness is being exposed, and we're releasing it. We're purifying it and letting it go. And just remember, these things will come up, and just say, okay, that occurred. I forgot about that, whatever. Or these things happened to me, or that person did this, or this person did that. Forgive it, let it go. There's, what else are you going to do about it? You got to let these things go. And then through the purification, we get to the purity. The new way of our soul existing at this time in a more pure and higher vibratory state, right? We can create that community, right? From a place of purity and love and openness, right? Love opening out unconditionally. So it's beautiful where we're heading here. Let's see if there's anything else that I'd like to come through. I'm really liking this new deck, but it's a little stiff. I've already shuffled it a bunch, but we'll see. Okay, this one wants to come too. Protection. Yes. Got the lightning coming in and the tree. The tree kind of takes the lightning and protects others around it. So to me, this feels like we need to remember that we are divine sparks, the lightning. We are divine sparks. So, whatever may happen in this physical, temporary existence is an experience, and it's very temporary compared to our eternal soul, right? But we are protected. Our souls are protected. And we need to remember that nothing can harm us. That this body is a vehicle that we use during this temporary existence, and then we move on to other vehicles and other planes of existence, right? Stillness. Finding that inner stillness in the heart um, creates that inner core that of peace, that no matter what's going on around, what could be swirling around you, you still have that inner coherence, the heart brain type coherence, the stillness within, the connection to source. Lean into meditation and find that stillness. And yes, of course, things are gonna, set you off here and there as we're purging the rest of this darkness that's coming up, purifying as we raise our vibration. So just try to lean into the stillness and observe the things that come up. It's like clouds in the sky, let it pass through, acknowledge it, thank it for its coming forward, and let it go. And especially things for, when we were children and stuff, it's like, okay, we survived that. We're letting it go now. We're comforting the inner child that, we can remind it that, we couldn't necessarily protect it all the time. We didn't understand what was going on at the time, but we were always loved. Our inner child was always loved, and to bring it back into your persona, right? All these aspects of us, the wounded child, the wounded healer, the wounded this, the upset that, bring all that stuff in is the process of individuation, right? It's bringing all the dark parts back in, seeing them, acknowledging them, loving them, and then letting the energies that were keeping us down to dissipate out, because now it's all seen, right? We're seeing beyond it all, and we're letting it go. This is like the most perfect card, right? New beginnings. So yes, as we're traversing through this, you got your turbulent seas, you're opening your heart, look at it from a higher perspective, try to help others through, remembering that it's not just helping others, but that you are helped. Even if you can't physically see that, you are never alone. Your higher self, spirit, your guides, your ancestors, they're all still here with us. And we can feel into that and know that whatever's happening, it's for our higher good. We're purifying all this stuff out, and we're protected as we go. And boy, are the new beginnings starting to come in. So lean into your stillness, that peace within you that is like your core vibration. It's not affected by what's going on around you in your life or in your mind, as it's, sweating the small stuff or worrying about this or, regretting something, all that's just ego stuff. Just let it go. Focus in on your core vibration, your stillness, your peace, right? Meditate and let the other stuff go. And the new beginnings that are coming for us with all these energies coming in are just amazing. They go on infinitely. Infinite potential is what I'm feeling on that. That the sky's the limit, right? on where we can go with all this as a collective and individually. So you've got to let the rudder go, because we're not going to control the ocean. We're not going to, half the time, if it's a really bad storm, you can't even steer, right? It's just ride through it, let the stuff go as it comes up. It's, I know it's difficult, but let it go. Let it purify out of you. Feel the feelings and release them, and come back into more of a purified, childlike state, really. This speaks to me of the energies of childhood. You got a blue and a green eye. Not really a polarity, but that's heart chakra and third eye kind of coming together, right? We've got that here too, with the third eye starting to see beyond from a higher perspective, yes, of all the things that are going on, and just see that some people have said it's like a quickening, which is what happens right before a baby is born. And it's that final, push out, right? Into the birthing, the new collective consciousness, the new humans that come out of this. And the new beginnings are going to be amazing. We can't even imagine where this is going. It's just so beautiful and so open with potential. So I think I'm going to leave this here. This is just beautiful. Find the stillness, and that's going to be your key to get through all this, right? So if this resonated with you, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.